been 11 days since the chemical poison of Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia. Both are still critically ill in the hospital after being found on the bench in Sainsbury in March 4th.
The chemical that believe him, but made by Russia.
Donald Trump has said that the USA would condemn Russia if it is found to be behind the poisonings. We asked what others thought on this current situation.
How do you feel about those Russian spies in England?
I'm not very happy that there's Russian spies in England. I think it's a blatant disregard for the sovereignty of the United Kingdom, and they shouldn't be here.
Are you worried that they might start another war?
I am worried that this will start another Cold War. I don't think that people will start bombing each other, but I think definitely it might start an arms race. I think all the countries are kind of watching each other quite closely, particularly when things are happening in each other's countries. That shouldn't be happening, so yeah, absolutely.
Toys R Us used plans to close all US stores with 33,000 jobs at risk.
Bankrupt Toys R Us was once the #1 toy seller in the world, is now preparing to sell or close all 885 stores.
There are plans to close all UK stores in the next 6 weeks.
And now Danielle asked the local manager at the B&M store see what he thought.
Hi Steve.
Are you okay, Danielle?
Yep, I just came to us. How do you feel about Toys R Us closing down in the US?
Absolutely gutted. Obviously, growing up around Toys R Us, that's what it was about when I was a kid. So yeah, I'm a bit devastated, to be honest.
Do you feel that it could happen in the UK?
Yeah, definitely in the economical climate that we have today, definitely, yeah.
Why do you think Toys R Us is closing down?
What did you say, sorry?
Why do you think Toys R Us is closing down?
I just think it's with the fierce competition that you have with the likes of us being the entertainer, not all toy shops that we can have a discount price.
Alright, thank you for answering these questions for us.
That's no problem, anytime.
And how's this for a bit of strange news? A father in Kabul, Afghanistan has decided to name his 18-month son after becoming US President Donald Trump. He decided to name his son after the president because he feels he is a really good person and that he was a successful businessman. Questions are raised as to why a Muslim man would definitely name his 18-month son after the current president who has made controversial statements on Muslim states. The father said, "My family are not happy. I have chosen a non-Muslim name." Our reporter Jordan asked members of the public what they thought.
I can't believe a Muslim would to what Donald Trump said. And I think it's very unfair on the child when they grow up to have a name like that and have to explain something.
Why would a Muslim name their child after racist person who your thought and idea are against him?
I just think it's wrong. It shouldn't be named, should it?
No, it shouldn't. Especially
if he's against Muslims, it's wrong.
The cost of poisonous air from the diesel cars is costing the United Kingdom £20 billion a year. The environmental audit community reported this states this is a national health emergency which causes around 40,000 deaths per year. The report wants the complete removal of petrol and diesel cars by 2040. I asked four drivers and see what they thought.
I think it'd be better to have the electric cars, but I think there will be problems like lack of electric points being charged up currently on the motorways running out. You may run out, so you're still using the backup of the petrol or the diesel. But I think it's a good idea.
And what do you think about the removal of cars and diesel petrol by 2040?
I think it's a bit sad in some ways because I love me petrol cars, but I understand the damage that they're doing to the environment. I'm not sure I could see an electric car exciting me quite as much as a petrol one.
Do you think that electric cars are better for the environment than car users?
I think they're certainly better for the environment. It depends how far battery life development goes as to how far those cars can run in a day.
Oldham Queen's Hall could be demolished as part of the Oldham Council's so-called town centre master plan. The original master plan prepares to keep the venue, but after more talk it has been decided that the building fell short of the standard required. Oldham Council is now looking for a partner to work along to transfer the town centre over a 10 to 15 year plan. If all goes to plan, work starts in autumn 2019. What do you think about Oldham Council plan to demolish the Queen Elizabeth Hall?
I think it's just another example of what Oldham Council seem to be doing a lot of recently, demolishing buildings and then spending money on rebuilding them.
How do you feel about the council habit of demolishing buildings?
Well, it's like I said, Oldham Council seem to want to destroy buildings, you know, have them demolished, rather than actually do something with the building itself, which is what they seem to have been doing for the last easily 10 years around Oldham, demolishing beautiful old buildings. Not that the Queen Elizabeth Hall is beautiful, but demolishing buildings and then having to rebuild.
Hello and good afternoon. We detected some further rain spells in northern England and Scotland, and we have received a yellow weather warning on rain for today and tomorrow. There are some few patches of snow in Scotland, and in the south and Wales it should be dry. Temperatures today will be 13 or 14 degrees Celsius. Into tonight, the rain won't have much movement in some areas, and it will have some snow in Scotland. Temperatures for tonight is 3 to 8 degrees Celsius. Into tomorrow, the rain will move into the north, and some few rain spots in the south, and maybe a level of thunder. And tomorrow's temperature will be 14 degrees Celsius. And into the weekend, the temperature will drop down to above freezing, and there will be some snow showers in the south. Speaking of snow, we have received a yellow weather warning on snow and ice, so do please be careful when you are travelling. That's the latest, and we will see you soon. Ta-da!